As many of you know, I've been working with my husband for 5 years. And let's just say working together is a thing that did in fact put us into couples therapy more than once. Our number one rule is communication, communication, communication. I feel like you hear this everywhere, but it is truly so important. Let's say you and your spouse have an issue, but then realistically, you go off to work for 8+ hours. You kind of have time to decompress about it, and then you guys come home together and either you can talk about it and fix the issue, but that doesn't happen when you work together. If you and your partner are fighting at home, if that doesn't get resolved or pushed aside, that will then bleed into your business and will ultimately hurt your business. And the opposite is also true. Let's say Chris and I have a disagreement at work, but then we leave, we go pick up our girls from school, we're home, we're making dinner. If I, because let's be real, it's probably me, I'm still holding on to that will very much affect our home life. So we try and be very intentional about separating out work and home. And one way that we do that is when we are home with our girls, we do not talk about work. When the weather's nice, we will sit on our back patio and we will always have a decompression session at the end of the night. It can just be 5 to 10 minutes, but we'll talk about what happened at work during the day and then also what we want to do tomorrow. Number 2, date nights, so important. Date night can be as simple as you put your kids down and you order in your favorite Thai food and watch a fun movie and just spend good quality time together. One rule that we always have on date night, which is actually gonna come into play today because we're gonna go to the fair today, very, very excited, but we do not talk about work while we are on date night. During the middle of the workday, generally like 1 to 2 times a week, we will go out for coffee. In fact, we are also doing that today. Now, this is our time where we get to spend that good quality time together, but this we will absolutely talk about work, and that's what it is intended for. It is just a good way to get out of our normal rhythm and be able to have good, healthy conversations. And then last but certainly not least, I'm a big believer you need to separate out your roles. I think it's very easy, especially when you are in a newer phase of starting a business, where you and your partner can very much do everything, and then it's very easy to have frustration. Or honestly, I'm someone too where I will watch my husband do something and I'm like, what the actual fuck are you doing? But also realistically, so it's probably not helpful for me to be always over his shoulder. So because of that, we pretty much separate out all of our roles. Yes, he can do plenty of the things that are my roles and vice versa, but I think that when you have someone who is owning it, we've just found that it's so much more successful across the board. So for example, I run all of our business social media. My husband does not have an ounce of his headspace thinking about Bash by social media. And that also then clears up his headspace to focus on things that he is much more capable of. Now, that doesn't mean he doesn't know how to film a reel or he'll never give an idea or suggestion, but I'm a big believer across the board that people should do things that they like and that they are good at. Piggybacking off the idea of doing what works best for you, I am not someone who works well in the morning. I am a night owl girl to the day I die. I do not generally work before the hours of 11 a.m. And I know that that sounds probably crazy, but the trade-off of that is I'm also very regularly working at 9 p.m. But I also know that that schedule produces the best work out of me. But with all that to say, if you are working with your spouse or are looking to start working with your spouse, if there's one takeaway I want you to have from this entire video, is go to couples therapy, because boy will it change your life. And having a business together in the same way that having kids together, it will test your relationship, but I promise if you get to the other side of it, you guys will be so much stronger than ever before. So thanks for getting ready with me. Bye.